Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Fitness Empowerment Podcast, or welcome back to my YouTube channel, whichever you're watching or listening to from, all the words. So happy Monday. It's Monday afternoon. It's been a crazy day. I hope you are all safe with everything that's going on with the coronavirus and that you're well stocked up, maybe not overly stocked up, but, in a logical and common sense fashion, kind of stocked up. Today, we are talking about how to answer the question, how do we track our food when we are going out to eat? So if you are a consistent listener, then you know that for the past 5-6 weeks now, we've been answering questions about nutrition and how to track your food. And this is a question I frequently get from my clients and from friends of mine, family that are just interested in learning how to track is, okay, well, I go out to eat. Like, is that okay? How do I track when I'm out to eat? And so there's a lot of variation with this is what do you need to do? What is best for you? And it comes down to a few different things, and it's going to be different for everybody. So what is best for your lifestyle? So can you track while you are eating out at a restaurant? The answer is yes. Do you always need to? The answer is no. So it depends on what you're doing when it comes to your nutrition, what your goals are. If you've maybe just started a nutrition regimen and you're brand new to tracking and you are, learning how to read nutrition labels and you're tracking things at home, but you're not quite ready to take the step of tracking when you're out yet, then maybe it's not something you need to worry about yet. If you are on the opposite end of the spectrum and you're training for something like a bodybuilding show, then yes, everything you eat probably needs to be tracked in some fashion or form. So to get into a little bit more depth, first thing you need to do is figure out what your goals are and how specific you need to be with your tracking and how frequently you need to be tracking. So this is something I highly recommend you either write down if you don't have a coach or discuss it with your coach. So I know in my bodybuilding training days, with different coaches, I've had once a week cheat meals where I could go out and have whatever I wanted in that meal, supposedly within reason. Sometimes I was within reason and sometimes I wasn't. When I switched from a meal plan to flexible dieting and, that more flexible approach, tracking my macros, sometimes I had untracked meals and then there were some times where I didn't, but I could still go out to eat and just eat whatever I wanted kind of within those macros. Like, I don't want to tell you that if you're tracking your macros, you can eat whatever you want, because there's definitely a way to do junk food macros and just eat fast food and still make it fit into your macros. Sometimes that's okay. Sometimes that's not. Again, it depends on your goal. So if you are new to tracking and you want to track when you go out to eat, there's a couple different ways you can do this. Most fast food and fast casual restaurants have to post their nutrition facts online. So you can usually go to their website, and oftentimes with MyFitnessPal specifically, I can't speak to the other nutrition and food tracking apps, but oftentimes with MyFitnessPal, that information for whatever fast food or fast casual restaurant is already in there. So places like Texas Roadhouse, Longhorn Steakhouse, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, anything kind of in that arena, whether it's super fast food or it's a chain restaurant, a franchise restaurant, you're usually going to be able to find that information online, and you can either create your own new food item in MyFitnessPal specific to what you ordered at the restaurant, or if you search for it, odds are you're already going to find a bunch of items that come up that other people have put into the app that you can look at and say, okay, I think this is exactly what I've had. Let me make sure it's got calories and macronutrients in the option. If it looks accurate, then go ahead and select that one. There's also a search feature within MyFitnessPal. Again, I can't speak to the other apps, but in MyFitnessPal, you can search the local restaurants around you on a map, and you can find and choose from the menus oftentimes on the MyFitnessPal app. So there are ways to do that. Now, if you're eating at a restaurant that is a local restaurant or maybe a fancier restaurant and they don't have nutrition facts posted, and you're looking to be very specific with your tracking and you still want to track when you go out, then I would recommend ordering in a very simplistic manner. Maybe you say, may I please have, a side of grilled chicken and a side of green beans. Please hold the butter or any olive oil or anything like that on the side. If you order a salad, maybe order the dressing on the side. If you can control kind of those sauces and side dressings that come with your meal, then you can at least say, okay, I know I put about an ounce on my salad. Sometimes I've seen restaurants give 4-ounce containers with salad dressing. You need a really, really, really large salad to need 4 ounces of salad dressing on your salad. So just consider ordering in a more simplistic fashion if you want to be more accurate with your tracking when you go out to eat. Now, there is the extreme where if you want to go out to eat, you can bring pre-prepped food with you. You have to be careful. It's not always looked at in a positive light if you're bringing your food into somebody else's restaurant, but a lot of times they do understand if you have special dietary restrictions, if they can see that you're dieting and you explain it, like a lot of times they understand. You can also bring a food scale into your restaurant. You might get some funny looks, and yes, I have done it, but it's absolutely possible if you want to go in and say, hey, I need to make sure that, I'm only eating 4 ounces of chicken, I'll take the rest home. Or if you want to just know how much you're eating so you can accurately track it, go ahead and take your food scale with you. They make a lot of them that are pretty darn small, little circular sized ones, little, squares or rectangles. They fit right in a purse. If you're a dude, have your wife or your girlfriend or somebody else bring, maybe slide that into a bag for you. So those are some different options when it comes to tracking while you're out. So I guess in conclusion here, yes, you totally can track when you're out to eat at a restaurant, whether it's fast food or a very fancy restaurant. A lot of times it just comes down to estimating to the best of your ability. The more you track at home accurately, the better you will be able to estimate portion sizes while you are out to eat. So I recommend that if you want to be more specific, then track at home often and bring that food scale with you if you need to. If you don't, then discuss with your coach or your trainer what your approach is to having some untracked meals or some treat meals when you are out to eat. I hope that answered your questions about eating out at restaurants. If you have more questions about eating out and tracking your food, please put those in the comments below or send me an email at danny@thedietdoc.com. I would love to hear from you. And let's see, we've got more questions on nutrition and tracking coming up for you. I'm going to put the next question in the description box below. So make sure you're subscribed so that you know when I'm going live or when these podcasts are coming out. And if you want to get the written information on this particular question, then make sure you're signed up for my email list. That link will be in the description box below as well. That's all for today. Again, I hope you are all safe and doing what you need to do to take care of yourselves during this coronavirus craziness. So that's it for today. I'll talk to y'all in the next episode. Bye for now.